yeah, you asked, what's
What's
next.
next?
It's a different phase of life, so I'd like to spend less time chasing contractors. I had to
Yes.
yell and cuss one out yesterday who hasn't been performing for months, threaten him with a lawsuit. I'm tired of that. Same thing with property managers.
Right. Yeah.
You love and hate property managers. A job you don't want to do yourself once you get over a certain number of properties, or
Oh yeah. I had to call one today. I get it.
yeah, or depending on where the properties are, you don't want to be there at all
Right.
um, when the
Right.
sun goes down. So
And you
I
certainly
am
don't
grateful
want
to
them to
them,
know
but
you're the owner.
they aren't working just for you. You're always having
Right.
to fight for their time,
Yep.
and I would like to make my life less dependent upon such people. So that's why I'm not going to sell everything and divest everything, but if I can identify those things which are performing less good than others and turn that into money that works for us in a different way, that's what
Sure.
I'm looking to do.
Well, and you have your license now. I
Yeah.
sold, what did I sell? An 8-unit apartment building for you a few years ago.
Yes.
Is that what that was? 8 units, and then
I'm trying to remember. Actually, that one. Yeah, that was a 12 unit of only
12
which
units.
6
12
were
units.
only livable. That's right. Yeah. That
Yeah.
those were part of the 75 that I bought back
Yes.
then.
Yeah,
Right.
and they were some of the worst of the 75. So
Right.
I listed those. You now have your own license. I have another friend who I haven't seen in several years who called me and said, I have a house in Charleston Farms, which is a neighborhood that we know. And he said, I've mentioned to 3 people that I want to sell it, and all 3 of them gave me your name.
Right.
And I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's awesome. I
That's
mean,
what I'm looking for.
I haven't done nearly as much with my license as you have, but I got it for different reasons.
Sure.
I got my license so that I didn't have to pay you when I sell stuff.
Right.
Um,
Right. No, I understand, and I
and
completely
and
completely
and
accept
beyond
that.
that, I've become kind of the agent for Mount Pleasant based Germans. So I do deals for friends, buying and selling
Yeah.
houses
Well, the
in
the
the German
German the
community,
German
kind of.
part helps. Yes.
Yeah, because
Well,
I
I
can
never I
explain,
never
especially from people living in Germany, what the difference is in the purchase in what houses have here as opposed to in Europe, what they don't have, and things like that.
I love that you found that. I mean, that's such a small part of your life,
It's a
but
little
you found
niche,
that
yeah.
little niche where, you understand Germany, you understand Mount Pleasant because you live
Mm,
there and you live here.
right.
And I never expected to use my license like I do. I've just, people bring things to me and I love helping, and the commissions don't hurt my feelings.
Right.
So,
When the market's constantly changing, you need these different platforms so you can pivot.
exactly that
Yeah,
nugget.
that's where, yeah.
Yep.
So, your business looks completely different than it did 12 years ago, where you were just wholesaling and flipping. Now you
Yeah.
own properties, you're an agent, and same with mine. Mine's transitioned into something totally different as well. Still
Yeah.
got elements of what it was, but yeah.
So as you're listening to this or watching this, it we like things to stay the same, and we like to know what to expect. I have a bunch of children, but I have one daughter in particular who's like, Dad, I just need to know what to expect. I don't care what it is, but I have to know what to expect. And whenever I can, I give her that. And occasionally I'm like, Skylar, I don't know what to expect, so I can't tell you what to expect. And she'll accept that. And then I realized I'm that way myself, is I kind of want to know what's next, what can I expect. And you use the word pivot, Tom, and we've had to pivot and pivot and pivot and pivot. And for the audience, y'all listening to this, watching this, I mean, hear that. We both have earned some gray hair over time. And as you said, my business 12 years ago looks nothing like my business today.
Right.
And I didn't see that coming, but you have to take it as it comes. And yours is very different too. So I think that's a really good piece of information for people to hear, is because with our coaching company, we bring people in and coach them. and then a year later it's different. And that's why we've had coaching students who sign up for 2 or 3 years, because it just keeps changing. And we're trying to stay ahead of it. And also, you're empty nesting now, so it's a different stage of life.
Yeah.
Than when we met, our daughters were in 2nd grade, and now they're both away at college.
Right.
So it's a completely different economy. It's a different stage of life. There's things that I like to do now that I didn't like to do then, and things that and vice versa.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it's
And
important.
stuff's going to just learn as many sides of the business as you can. I mean, real estate is endless. There's not just residential and commercial. There's multifamily and single family. 2 years ago, I was spending all my time trying to get into multifamily.
Yes.
And then the bottom fell out. The models didn't work anymore because the rates went crazy.
Right.
And if you got cash, you can pick up a lot of those properties for cheap now that have already been renovated because they can't afford to pay their investors what they said they were going to pay. But it's going to be expensive if you need a mortgage.
Yeah, the consistent is change.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you being a friend and being at lunch almost every week, unless one of us is out of town.
Yeah.
And
That's very important to me. It's
yeah, I
you
think
need to be intentional about things if you want to be successful in them. Not every lunch gives as much information or nuggets as every other lunch, but there's always something you can take with you, and if you don't go, you won't know.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Just show up consistently and get a good coach or mentor or something that gives you direction, and then consistent action is really what it's all about.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
well, I appreciate it, and I want to talk about one more thing.
Okay.
And this is anybody who likes to travel and or ski. Tom shared something very interesting to lunch, probably 2 or 3 years ago now, where my family, we do snow skiing trips. When my back can hold up to it, we'll go snow skiing.
Same here.
And skiing in Colorado, Utah. Big mountains, beautiful snow. And Tom came to lunch after having been, where did you go? Was it Breckenridge? Or?
Not Utah.
Oh, in Utah. Okay.
Yeah.
And came to lunch and was kind of disgusted. Like, yeah, it was nice. It was wonderful, but it was so expensive compared to skiing in Bavaria in the Alps.
Yeah.
And you worked out that you could fly to Europe and ski for the week and fly.
Yeah. I mean, we've known it for years because my wife's side of the family is German, because I've lived there. We have a lot of German friends. We have, over the years, we would spend Christmas in Germany with family, and then we would add on our Austrian ski vacation
right
there. So the flight is already paid for and everything. Then it's a no-brainer, because you're already there. You've got a rental car, and basically your lift rates are a third of what they are here. Yeah, like I remember being in Steamboat, Colorado.
Yep.
And I had just had shoulder surgery, so I was not skiing. My wife and my daughters were skiing. I was drinking. But it was cold outside, and I had my old snowboard pants on.
Yeah.
And I reached into my pocket, and I pulled out my last lift ticket from Austria. And the entire week, 5 days of skiing, cost less than 1 day at Steamboat. Which just, just amazes me. And I mean, now I think, you brought up Aspen before. It's almost $300 a day, $260 a day for a lift ticket at Aspen.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So when we went to Alta this year, Alta, Utah, we skied for 5 days, and I just put together a quick and dirty spreadsheet. But basically, you can fly to Europe, fly into Munich, rent a car, drive 2 hours to the Austrian Alps, live in a 4 or 5 star hotel with 3 meals a day, and ski, and you'll have the best wellness. Americans don't know how to do wellness. Europeans are much better at it. that you'll ever have, and it won't cost you a dime more than if you go ski in Colorado or Utah for a week.
Yeah.
You'll have some jet lag, yes. You might need to get 7 days of skiing in. You're gonna have to be gone 9 days because of the flight times and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's so much more of an amazing experience being in the Alps than it is here. If you're not just there to ski, if you want some ambiance around it, après ski and things like that, it's
Yeah. Well, at my stage of life, I can ski 2 days in a row, then I need a day off.
then you need a break.
I cannot ski 3 days in a row.
I made it 4 this year,
Ooh, not me.
but I had to get
I
injections
can
in my
do
back
2 on,
beforehand.
1 off, 2 on, 1 off, fly home.
Yeah.
And we found the same thing, and again, kind of the beauty of the lifestyle that we create for ourselves is flying to Italy, Spain, France. We flew to Barcelona. The flight was about the same as a flight to California.
Cost-wise, yeah.
The lodgings were less expensive than in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And the food and entertainment and that kind of stuff was ridiculously inexpensive. Just a few euros, you get a great breakfast, a few euros, you get a great lunch, and a very reasonable price, get a good dinner.
Right.
So once you're there, and that's the other end of Europe,
Right.
but it's just amazing. It's you helped open my eyes to that I spent a lot more money in California on vacation than I did in Spain. It's like,
Yeah, Brad and I would go get a breakfast burrito and a coffee, $60
right.
for 2 of us.
My wife Beth and I went to California this summer, and I was like, I'm not even going to get coffee because I had coffee at the hotel room.
Yeah.
I got a glass of water and like 2 scrambled eggs and a bowl of fruit, and she got avocado toast. It's $58.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
So it is. And the great thing about the European travel, you're talking about the time difference, is I found it really easy to work just a certain amount of time. So it's a pretty cool thing. I appreciate having you in my life, and
Thank you.
the consistency that you show and your resilience. I really appreciate it.
Went to a bar, refused to shine, didn't buy no beer, and said, I'll tell you what, my name is Russ, and I'm on the mic, so listen to my podcast show. Russ might say a thing or two that you don't want to hear, tell you what he's thinking, just some good ideas. He's got some rowdy friends, he's gonna have them on the show. If you need some information, Russ will tell you where to go. If you feeling down or feeling mighty low, Russ will talk about money and watching that money grow. His name is Russ. He's got the microphone.